Welcome to RBI channel, and this video I am creating for the one who are preparing or who want to prepare for the FRM examination. Now this video will include all the important details regarding FRM, and one of my student who have just recently passed the FRM examination and he got placed into the Credit Suisse. He is going to tell you some important things about the FRM preparation as well as regarding the job. Now he's the one who got placed in Credit Suisse without any CA, without any MBA, just only and only basis of the FRM examination. So what does that means? Means that there is really an opportunity for the FRM candidates, and most of the students believe that in India they won't find the opportunity, the job opportunities after doing the FRM. So this is something which is a myth, and this video is going to really help you to understand that how you can prepare for the FRM and then how you can opt for the job without any CA, without any MBA or without any engineering background. He is just a fresher and he got placed in the Credit Suisse with a handsome package. Now this video will include all the important details like how he prepared for the FRM, how we helped him for the FRM examination, how we helped him after the examination for the preparation of the interview. Everything will be discussed in a very detailed way. Clear? And what are the future prospect? Means once you cross the line, after you pass your FRM exam, after you got placed in Credit Suisse, what next? Because this is something which is never ending. Learning should go on and on, you cannot stop it. So we'll be discussing some of the important things what you can do after your FRM examination. So I welcome Karthik Makhija on board and let us see what his point of view about the FRM examination, how to prepare, and many other questions will be discussed with him. Let's start.
Thank you, Deepak, for having me here. I am really helpful for the opportunity you have given me to speak in front of the large public. So, to start with, my journey for FRM has been a very good one with a good learning experience. So, I basically took the FRM classes from RBEI from Deepak. So, Deepak focuses on each of his students by solving their doubts on a very timely basis, mentoring them if the need is required. What I really liked about this teaching part about Deepak is the teaching pattern. It was very easy. He makes the difficult concepts very easy in a common language. He used to give elaborative examples of how you can understand things, how you can understand a concept. The question papers and the mock papers, in the end, he passed on to us. They were very, very helpful. He used to follow up on our preparation, and if they required any improvements, he used to sit with us and help us. So yeah, it was a very, very good experience with RBI and with Deepak. So I would really encourage students to be calm, have trust in themselves, have trust in Deepak, of course. You'll be able to do good. So yeah.
Thank you. Like apart from my teaching, self-studies, when it comes to self-studies, so how would you like to go about your self-studies? Means what pattern you have actually followed, and was the pattern different for preparing for part 1 and part 2, or you have go with the same pattern of self-studies? Means apart from my teaching that yes, I have taught you everything, but self-study is something which is needed. Without this you cannot pass through any examination. So how about the self-studies? Means give something about that, because you are a student and you have passed it, so it's better to know from you the same thing.
So yeah, of course, self-study is very important in terms of preparation. Part 1 was completely practical, whereas part 2 was very, very theoretical. So part 1 was basically all about building on concepts and practicing more and more. Whereas on the other hand, part 2 was, it was more on a theoretical side. So it was more on reading the concepts over and over again, maybe writing down the concepts or writing down the important points which you have learned or understood from Deepak's video, or perhaps the Schweizer or GAP, whatever material you're referring. And also you can make a voice recording so that you are able to memorize what you have understood. So yeah, self-study is very, very important. Do not, yeah, of course, one should not always lean on the videos. There is always 100% preparation that goes in, like from my end or from any candidate's perspective. Yeah.
So when it comes to quants, in the part 1 there is a quants, and if you look at the students, means 90% of the student, they feel the quants is quite burdensome, they are unable to understand. So any hint or any suggestions for them that how should they go with the quants, specifically for quants? So anything for them?
So as per me, I think it is more and more of understanding and not mugging up, and going deep down inside about understanding the concept and practicing it more and more and more. Yeah, that was really helpful in my case. Not mugging up, only understanding the concepts. That was more important for me.
And what's your pattern of studies 30 days before the examination?
It was very rigorous. I used to devote, like, apart from my daily schedule, like eating and doing some shit, I used to just study. I just used to study, like, for the whole day. Since I was not working, so I was just studying the whole day, like 12 hours or 10 hours, 13 hours a day. So that was my whole agenda for the past 30 days.
Okay, means the only focus was to study and clear the exam. That's it.
That was the main aim.
So apart from hard work, is there any possible trick to pass the examination?
Yeah, anything? Of course, smart work. Not only like, hard work, smart work also plays.
So how you describe the smart work in FRM examination?
So for example, part 1, there are certain concepts that were interlinked. So instead of reading a whole book, you should just try to understand what the table of content is for each of the book, because most of the concepts are interlinked and intertwined with each other.
So you are saying summarize the content. Summarize the content in a short way. Yeah, summarizing, and then based on the summarized content, you just wind up your preparation. Because even I have seen the student that they try to understand each and everything in the beginning, and when it comes to the exam, everything was like fallen apart. They are unable to wind up the concepts. So your suggestion is really good, that we should summarize and prepare the content in a tabular format, that yes, it is going to be easy for us when we are going for the examination, that yes, the picture is clear, must be in your mind that okay, this is our content, and question is going to be from the given framework. If you have followed that pattern, that's really great. Means summarizing the content of your own.
Right, and all thanks to you, your mentorship, Deepak.
Okay. So any suggestions? Means there are many students apart from you who have cleared the examination and searching for job. So what are your suggestions for those who have cleared their examination and looking for the job? Means how should they go about for the future?
I think in my case, I am very lucky to find a job within maybe 7 days or 10 days span, and that too in a very good investment banking organization, namely Credit Suisse. So I am really helpful to God. But yeah, even if you do not get the job in the first place, or even if you do not get the job in like say a month or 2 months, do not lose hope. There are plenty of opportunities. Just do not lose hope. Trust and patience is the key. Just try to memorize all of the concepts, because they are really, really important. I think part 1, there are certain concepts for like I'm just giving it an example, like option Greeks, trading strategies involving options. You should just remember all of these. These are the most frequently asked questions in most of the important interviews. So yeah, just
Okay,
do not forget about the concepts.
so
That's it.
according to you, there are lots of opportunities available for the students who have cleared the FRM recently.
Certainly. Credit
Oh,
risk, market risk are the most emerging opportunities in the field of risk management. And above this pandemic, it has created a whole lot of opportunities for FRM people. Yeah.
yeah, definitely. The financial risk have been increasing a lot, and there is a need for financial risk manager. Definitely, it's true.
Right.
So means you are creating a hope for the candidates, those who are willing to go for the FRM, that yes, there is a bright future coming up for them in the future. Means the demand is going to rise. Definitely. Oh,
Certainly, it is, especially in investment banking field and banks. It is.
oh. I am saying that what are your future plans as you have cleared your FRM, well settled job? Now, what you are thinking ahead?
So since I'm kind of a fresher in this field, I am kind of looking forward, like for the next 6 months or 9 months, to fully devote myself into the job, understanding the practicality, what goes into it, because FRM we have almost learned theoretical. It was more of a theoretical. My major focus would now be on gaining practical experience, enhancing my network amongst the corporate, and then I'll be thinking about doing some certification in SQL, because data analytics, yeah, because
Okay.
these are
So
one of the
means you want to
most
going towards machine learning, basically, and artificial
right.
intelligence.
Yes,
That's the whole future which is coming in front of us. That is artificial intelligence and machine learning.
machine learning, right.
So according to you, if that will be combined with the FRM, there will be a lots of opportunities available in the market for you then.
That would be a deadly combination, I believe so.
Okay, that's really good. So the engineers, those who are currently into engineering and doing this as a part of computer science, would you recommend them to go for FRM?
I
What's your view?
certainly believe. I certainly believe, because you can start FRM at even if you do not have a very good knowledge about finance, because FRM in itself will give you a whole lot of understanding about it. So
I
yeah,
agree.
it is more suitable to anyone. Like, it's not very specific to a finance student. It can match up with a computer science, or even if a person is from a 12th, have done his 12th. So yeah.
Okay, so what's your suggestion for them, those who have just recently passed their 12th and they are entering into the college in the first year? So how you recommend them to go for FRM? Means how they can look for their future if they will start their FRM in just first year of their college?
I'm quite not sure about it, but I usually recommend college going students to start FRM at in the second year of their college.
In the second year of
So
college.
in the
Perfect.
second year of the college, because in the first year of college, most of the students try to engage in most of the societies, gain confidence, because after 12th, most of the students lack confidence, I believe so.
Yeah, I agree too.
So joining some societies and all, understanding it, so that is more important. FRM for a college student can be done in second year, probably. Yeah.
So you are recommending that students should start their preparation for FRM in the second year, so that by the time they will finish their college, they will be having their degree in their hand and they can go out in the market and opt for the job.
Right. They'll have a competitive advantage, basically, if the ones who are not doing it.
Okay, perfect. So any plans to go for CFA along with FRM?
Like I said, for the upcoming 6 or 9 months, I'll be fully devoted to my job and work. After that, I am kind of thinking to do it.
Okay, perfect. So means you consider that the combination of CFA and FRM will be helpful for your career.
yes, not specifically to my career. It can be very advantageous for any of the individual who has done FRM or who has done CFA. They can consider doing FRM and vice versa. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So I guess the audience is going to learn a lot from this conversation, and might be they will be having so many questions, and they all got resolved now, and they will find the answers for their questions from after looking at this conversation. And now I would like to thank you and just wish best of luck to all the students, those who are going to appear for the exam in either May, July, or November. Your
So whatever be the situation, whatever situation you are in, do not lack motivation, do not lose hope. Trust and patience is always the key. Even if you are not succeeding in this attempt, you will be able to do it. Just do not lose on this. Just do not lose on the hope. You'll be able to do good. Do not mug up. Do not mug up. Just remember, just try to focus and build on the concepts. It will be really, really beneficial for you in the upcoming interviews as well. And yeah, Deepak is always going to be there to help you guys. So yeah,
sure.
all the very best and do not get demotivated. Yeah.
Okay. So thank you, Karthik, and we'll hope to meet you personally one day. Definitely.
Sure, Deepak.
Okay. Enjoy your journey and have a good life.
Same here, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.